gonna dig this.
I'm telling you, it's real.
You're listening to BRANDCAST Around the World with me, your host, Brandon Berkeley. Join me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Brand new! You're listening to BRANDCAST Around the World. I know you're gonna dig this.
I'm telling you, it's real.
You're listening to... Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me on BRANDCAST Around the World. I'm your host, Brandon Berkeley. Very excited to have you guys here on this Wednesday morning. Just get everything set up here. I'm just getting my first couple sips of coffee. Still kind of waking up, to be honest. I did my morning workout. I've been working out nonstop. A little bit crazy. I haven't really taken much of a day off in a little bit. And I'm kind of starting to feel how I think a lot of these celebrities that work on movies feel. You're super exhausted all the time. I don't remember which actor was saying it, but it's like you're so tired all the time that you don't really get the time to feel strong, or muscly or whatever, But I'm absolutely loving it, going hard. I hope everybody is having a great morning. Good morning to everybody in the chat. Good morning to, I'm going to try to start from the beginning. Good morning to Kevin, Mano, Hannah, Derek, Kieran, Mandy, Aresta, hello. Sam, great to see everybody here. Great to have you with me. Good to see some new faces in the chat this morning. It is a beautiful Wednesday here. We had some horrible weather the past week or so. It's been raining here in Sudbury, Ontario, Canada. So I'm really happy that today is going to be gorgeous. I don't know how much of it I'm going to get to see today, but that's life in a nutshell, I guess. We're also going to be doing a live stream tonight, a gaming live stream for members. So if you're a member of the website, definitely go check it out, www.brandb.ca. If not, go sign up and join us tonight for that exclusive live gaming stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not sure what we're going to do tonight. It's up to you guys, really. You can pick any game or leave it in the comments, and I will try to accommodate the best I can. So we're going to go into some different topics. One that was trending yesterday that kind of took a little bit of my my mind and my time yesterday is that King Von, a rap artist from Chicago, a.k.a. Chirac, who died, I think, oh my gosh, it's been a while now, actually. I think let's actually try to find out here. He was shot semi-recently, though, by a rival gang member. But no, he's been dead for a while, and they just basically pinned a murder on him after he died. There's no real proof, or there's no way that he can go to trial or defend himself. So I'm just wondering, do you think it's fair to put somebody on trial after they're deceased? I mean, I guess it gives closure to the family to find out possibly who the killer is, but really interesting story. I guess not interesting, kind of sad, is that a lot of these kids in Chicago seem to be living in gang life, and they were quite young, going back and forth. It was actually King Von is suspected to have killed K.I., which is a young female from Chicago. They had a back and forth between each other that almost seemed kind of friendly, almost like they were flirting with each other. King Von would approach K.I. and, flirt with her, and then she would kind of suspect that they were looking to kill her, and that's why King Von was trying to get close. But it's a really interesting back and forth, or just really odd back and forth, the way they seem to be so flirtatious or almost friendly. And then it was suspected that King Von did kill her. She was shot in a drive-by shooting in Chicago. And King Von was tweeting afterwards, "I miss my old bitch." And then he put like a crying emoji, a heart emoji, and then a laughing one. Just really odd, the violence in Chicago that seems to still be going around, and all these negative deaths, especially surrounding rappers. I almost feel like they feel like they need to live up to that expectation being rappers, which is really unfortunate. This young girl, K.I., I think she was 15, 16 years old, shot on her block, but apparently she had killed some people herself. She was, known as a bit of a grim reaper on the block herself. She apparently killed over 20 people herself. So you got to think, at the age of 15, what kind of mentality you're sitting in to be able to do these kind of things and these acts, or to have it be so common. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of the rapper Lil Durk, Durkio, commonly associated with Only the Family 300, which is like this gang affiliation in Chicago. I think I'm about to get the package. So if there's a knock on the door, excuse me. But yeah, really, really, really sad to see that kind of happening. Give me a second. I might put the stream on pause as somebody might knock. Yeah, there we go. Give me just 2 seconds.
Brand new! You're listening to BRANDCAST around the world.
I know you're gonna dig this.
I'm telling you, it's real.
You're listening to BRANDCAST around the world with me, your host, Brandon Berkeley. Join me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Sorry about that. Kind of break off topic. I just didn't want the guy to keep knocking at the door, and then you guys would have to hear that. So we got a couple packages, and I could open these on air. We could definitely do that. I'm pretty sure I know what they both are, but we'll get to it. Let's do a little unboxing here. Let's see what came in the mail. Mail call. I'm actually really surprised that mail is coming this early. It's 8:05 in the morning. That is impressive. All right, so first one is a new video card, USB video card. If you guys were watching some of the streams we were doing the other night, we had some problems with lag issues or voices being off. So I've got a 4K capture card now, so that'll actually improve this stream as well. So we can start upgrading the broadcast. I think it only broadcasts in 1080 still, but this way we can have 60 frames per second, so we're not getting any loss. You guys are probably saying, oh, what the hell is all that mumbo jumbo? Basically, the stream just got a whole lot better for you. Oh, cool, all right. And then we also got in an Adidas shirt, a nice white Adidas shirt with a Plastisol ink. Good quality. Great. Adidas, send me more and more and more. No, they didn't send this to me, but send me stuff, and I will be happy about it. So let's see what else is going on in the headlines right now. A lot of crazy shit in the world. As usual, I've seen some outrageous headlines, actually. Utah woman faces possible prison time for trashing a pro-police sign. A Utah woman faces hate crime-related charges that could send her to prison for a year after she allegedly stomped on a pro-police sign and smirked in an intimidating manner at a deputy who gave her friend a speeding ticket. What do you think about that? That almost feels like it becomes somewhat of a police state. You're not allowed to have an opinion or do whatever. I remember one time I was sitting in a parking lot, and my friend, it was near Halloween, he had this, like, extendable finger or whatever, and he was, like, waving it around. And a police officer pulled in the parking lot, blocked my car, came to the window, and said, you know, I don't forget what he was questions about something. Basically, he thought we flipped him off. And I remember asking him, I was a teenager, I remember asking him, I said, so is that illegal? And then he tried to harass us. So it kind of makes me think, is there too much power sometimes behind police being able to do something like that? I think, you know, freedom of speech, I guess is one thing. But if you trash a sign, did she trash it completely here? Yeah, so she trashed the pro-police sign. So I guess if you trash somebody else's property, it becomes a thing. But as far as staring down a police officer or giving them a dirty look, I'm pretty sure that is very, very legal. Not that you really want to do that. I mean, most police officers that I know personally, to be honest, are great. But I'm sure, you know, while I've dealt with some negative ones, clearly, they're out there. But that's crazy that a woman's getting in trouble just for trashing a sign. Imagine going to jail for 1 whole year over breaking some piece of cardboard. Not really worth it, in my opinion. I think they're probably pushing that. I hope she doesn't get a year in prison. But karma's a bitch. I guess that's what happens when you become too aggressive on any side, really. This is an interesting one as well. A handgun partially made by 3D printing seized from man with gang connections. So here in Canada, a Surrey RCMP pulled over a man with gang connections. They found a handgun that was partially made by a 3D printer. That's absolutely crazy to think what the technology is going to be in the next little bit, that you can 3D print guns. I heard about this in the United States. I know that people in the United States are doing automatic weapons and some crazy stuff, which is scary to think that you can buy, you know, a relatively good 3D printer for a couple $100. You know, it makes you think of the school shooter scenario that could possibly pop up because of these, you know, easy access to weapons now. So the big problem was that they're saying that this guy's gang related, but there's no connection to this weapon. So the parts that have been serialized have been removed and changed, which makes the weapon basically untraceable. I don't know. I think the world is getting crazier as technology progresses. It seems like, you know, everything's becoming easier almost, or more easy access in all forms. I remember being, you know, younger and trying to make video and thinking, how the hell am I going to do this? And then 10, 15 years later, iMovie came out and, you know, kids were shooting stuff on their phones that looked fantastic. It's like technology advances in a lot of good ways, but then there's some really, really negative ones, such as this. Like, I think making weapons is cool, for certain extents, but the home usage of it, I live in Canada, so anybody from the United States might have different opinions about home safety and weapons, but like, I don't know if it's a great thing to have a gun, or at least, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that. Because I mean, if you're truly of sane mind, it's not a bad thing. But how do you differentiate who's of sane mind, really? And it's not like they give a test to every single person that picks up a gun. I remember watching Bowling for Columbine years ago when Buddy walks in. What's his name? I can't remember, the Michael something or whatever. Anyways, he walks into a bank and they basically give him a gun right there and then, for opening up a bank account, which is absolutely crazy. The easy access to guns in the United States is insane. There's a lot of gun violence in the United States. And I think that's, a negative thing. But I think a lot of people are also afraid that the government's going to come take them over. So they need their guns just in case the government tries to overthrow them. I don't know. It could happen. Who knows? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's crazier things that have gone on in the world. Who am I to say that's a dumb idea or whatever? I don't know. I think guns are fun. They're fun as hell. They're really cool. But I think they're super dangerous in the hands of somebody who's volatile or just not completely there. I've noticed as I've gotten older, life is not a Disney movie. People expect everybody else to have the same kind of morals or standard as them. But you don't know what somebody else has been through. It's like, you don't know if they were beat up when they were a kid, or they, their parents abused them and stuff. And I think that psychologically affects a lot of people. You got to remember, at the end of the day, we're all animals. We're really just a bunch of animals floating on a rock in the midst of nothing. I don't know why I looked up, as if I could see everything. Well, there you go. All that epic topic comes from a hand-printed gun. Ooh, this is a bad one. Ex-UFC fighter Travis Fulton found dead in jail after child porn plea. Former UFC fighter Travis Fulton was found dead in an Iowa jail early Saturday, authorities say, one day after he agreed to plead guilty to federal child porn charges. Makes you think of Epstein and whatnot. Did he actually kill himself? They're saying they found Fulton unresponsive in his cell during a routine sweep. They are suspecting that it is suicide, but an autopsy will be performed to determine the official cause. I think, you know what, regardless, he would have died in prison. Those type of people never, ever make it out. Unfortunately, the UFC's name is tagged on this, which is they're probably not very happy about that. I am actually not familiar with this fighter, thank God. Well, I think he saved himself some trouble, because I definitely think he would have faced it in prison. That's the one thing, is people like that don't get away with that in prison at all. He pretty much had a death sentence regardless, so I think he probably did himself in. It says he was 44 years old. There you go, you had a good run. You fought some people. Some shit happened. Christ. Peacock shot dead. Foul play suspected after hit posted on Craigslist. So now people are hitting birds. I imagine, trying to figure this one out. Imagine there's a guy there, an assassin of some sort, or a hitman being hired. Somebody's like, to go after a bird. Is there a hitman specifically for animals and people, or is it all in one? I feel like I would have done this hit. The job is simple: eliminate this bird. A beloved. That's the headline. That's what it said, or in quotes. So that's somebody's quote. A beloved wild peacock has been shot dead. An alleged contract killing in California, roughly 2 weeks after someone posted an ad for the bird's assassination on Craigslist. The Humboldt County Sheriff's Office is now investigating the alleged bird murder for hire plot, which played out at the Azalea Heights community of McKinleyville, California. The bird was shot in its breast and left to die on June 30th, according to a Lost Coast Outpost, a local outlet that covers the community. Wow. A beloved bird in your community. That's kind of crazy. I wonder why they would want the bird dead. What did the bird do to you? Steal your wife? Fly to your yard and mess up your garden? I find this hilarious and sad at the same time that somebody would be so vengeful. But they're also the asshole who is like, you know what? I'm going to shoot this bird. You should have given the bird a fighting chance. Given him a gun too, at least. Beautiful, epic birds. When you actually think about that, those peacocks, yeah. Why would you shoot that? I'm just trying to think. I really am trying to think in my head, what would possess somebody to want so badly to eliminate a bird? Let me check up on the chat here real quick, make sure everything's going good. How much was the contract? They didn't specify how much the contract was for. But now I'm thinking, would you kill a bird for $1 million? I think, yeah. I doubt it was for $1 million, but I would probably take a shot. I think for the $1 million. That's crazy. Oh, poor peacock. He never seen it come. But maybe he was lonely. Why was he in California anyway? Where was other peacocks? That must have been a shitty existence regardless. You got to think about it. On display for everybody in the neighborhood. You are literally the town peacock. Huh. All right. Well, rest in peace to the peacock. We're going to miss you, bud. It was a good one. Oh, this is another interesting article. Teen fatally struck after jumping from her mom's car during an argument. A 15-year-old girl was struck and killed after jumping out of her mother's moving car on a Texas highway Monday. Locals authorities say as the search continues for the driver who struck her. Oh, shit, even worse. A hit and run. You gotta wonder what would be so bad that you would jump out of a moving car on a highway, though. It's gotta be super fast. I guess her intention was death. And to be honest with you, though, kind of sounds like you're, kind of weeding some people out there with decisions like that. Survival of the fittest, almost. If you're jumping out of cars expecting to survive that on the highway, especially, that's crazy. Although I wonder the person that struck her how they're feeling inside. Just driving along, going to work, like, I can't wait to see my wife tonight and all this stuff, and just, what the hell was that? It's like your whole day is ruined. You weren't expecting to run anybody over today, but then all of a sudden your leisurely day job turns into Grand Theft Auto. Running over people. That would be a mindfuck, actually. The girl was pronounced dead at the scene, no doubt. What did you expect? That's really unfortunate. I really, I wonder what her mother had said to her, actually. Maybe, me calling this girl all these things and saying whatever. Who knows? Maybe her mom was putting her in some really, really desperate or pressured situations. It's unfortunate. There's a picture over there. Seemed like a pretty girl. It's really, really unfortunate. I don't mean to get all depressing, I guess. That's, it's just unfortunate. If you're going to jump out of a car, though, what do you expect? So everybody listening, don't jump out of a car. If you're going to try jumping out of a car, save yourself the trouble. Don't do it. Jump in a pool instead. It'll probably be much more refreshing and better than jumping out of a car. Smart Mo teens ground vacation flight with anti-mask rebellion. Oh boy. I heard today that they might be doing passports even just to get around from province to province or state to state or obviously country to country. Some European places have already implemented this. I don't know how I feel about it, having to carry around almost a passport just saying I've got a vaccination. Because then what else? What other rules and implementations are we going to start possessing and imposing on everybody? It just seems like a lot of excess. I'm not really against people getting vaccinated, obviously. I think it's a great thing. But I just think, it comes to a point where it's like, prove it. I don't know. I guess people don't want the disease back in their country, though. It devastates the economy. You got to look at it from both sides, I guess, though, too. This is going to be another thing, like something else. There's going to be some pandemic in 100 years of some sort. I feel bad for our kids. They're going to have to go through 7 different phases of passporting, but maybe they'll have teleportation by then. But anyways, these little assholes, dozens of Dozens of vacation-bound airline passengers found themselves abruptly stranded in Charlotte on Monday after a group of high schoolers refused to put on masks for the trip. American Airlines Flight 893 was ultimately bumped to the following day to an hours-long delay caused by students' local station. Okay, that was a weird line. Bumped to the following day due to an hour's... Oh, okay. Bumped to the following day due to an hours-long delay caused by the students. Sorry. That's me and my dyslexia going off, I guess. No, I don't have dyslexia, but some days, some mornings, I gotta tell you, I'd be so pissed if I was heading on vacation, especially after all this COVID shit, and you just had some people, some stupid asshole kids, just put on the mask. Honestly, I think it's so ridiculous that people find it such a hindering portion of their life to pull something over your face. If you got a lung condition, something like that, fine. I don't care. One person, two people. But then you get that herd mentality, and a lot of people are really, really just stupid. they can't think for themselves, so they watch somebody else do it, and then that's what it is. You know, you got a lot of toilet seat physicists and scientists and doctors, you know. They read it on Facebook from their friend posting something who's missing 7 teeth. But, you know, sure, why not? Go with the flow. Do what everyone else is doing. It's funny, when you were a kid, your mom and dad used to say, well, if everybody else jumped off a bridge, would you? You go, no. But the truth is, half the people really would. They'd just go for it without question. It's kind of hilarious to watch some of the mentality of the world. My next link was actually Funko. I was trying to shop on Toys R Us. Every single morning I wake up, when I'm waking up at like 4:45 in the morning to see what they've got on there. And somehow they managed to still sell out of certain Funkos that I've been trying to get a hold of. They got Ralph Wiggum, which was a Funko Shop exclusive. And they just keep teasing it. It just says out of stock on the website. I don't need to see out of stock. I need to see in my hands. Checking right now. He's out of stock again. Ralph Wiggum. I know if Mandy's in the chat, she'll appreciate this. I'm a big Simpsons fan. I collect a lot of Simpsons stuff, or just enjoy the Simpsons in general. Still haven't worn these. The Adidas Simpsons collab. Like I said, Adidas, give me that sponsorship. Send me some free stuff. I'll definitely rock it. Especially for the boxing stuff that we have coming up. I've been doing a lot of training. Last night I did some heavy bag training, posted on Instagram. I'm going to post some secret pictures on brandb.ca. So if you want to check those out, go back on there. I'll also be posting the new link tonight for gaming. But let me know what you guys want to see. Gaming is completely up to you. Moving forward, there's a lot of stuff going on in my life. I'm trying to give you guys some details. In the next couple weeks, we should actually be starting to hopefully move to a camera for Dark Knight Until Dawn. Really exciting. We're going to save all the action scenes for last, so I'm going to keep working out as much as I can. Hopefully we'll get to work with some cool people. I can't mention a couple things right now due to legal reasons behind the film, but some really cool things are coming. Some cool people are getting involved with it. Everybody's working really hard. We got a whole group of people that are doing the training, the boxing, the working out, whatnot. Really good. I'm feeling super confident, super pumped. Did a great workout this morning. And yeah, so we'll do gaming tonight. brandb.ca, check it out. Let me know what game. We have Battlefront, we've got UFC, there's Squadrons, which is a Star Wars flying kind of game. If you want, you can check it out. Type in Xbox Ultimate Game Pass. You can search on Google if you want, really briefly. Check some of the games out that you think might be appropriate or that you'd like to see me play. It could even be for another day, but this is for members only, and I know there are some members in here right now, so please go ahead and pick one for me, and I'll be happy to play it for you guys tonight. The more hyped I get with it, the more hyped you guys get, so let's make it a fun one. That's going to be it for today. I hope you guys have a great Wednesday. Go out there and kick some ass, and remember, be excellent to each other. We'll see you on the next one, which will be Friday, and I hope to see you all tonight. Go check brandb.ca for the event schedule to see more. But be there tonight. We'll see you again later on. All right. Thanks. Have a good one, guys. And gals.
Brand new! You're listening to BRANDCAST around the world.
I know you're gonna dig this.
I'm telling you, it's real.
You're listening to BRANDCAST around the world with me, your host, Brandon Berkeley. Join me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Brand new! You're listening to BRANDCAST around the world.
I know you're gonna dig this.
I'm telling you, it's real.
You're listening to BRANDCAST around the